Hey everyone, welcome back to yet another episode of ET at the Movies. I'm Ash Crossan.
I'm John Boone, and today we are talking about the sequel to the 2012, adored by fans, beloved by critics movie, Prometheus.
Prometheus. Everyone loved Prometheus.
And the thing is, for Alien Covenant, you need to know everything about Prometheus. You don't need to know about a single other Alien movie, just Prometheus.
Yeah, I mean, I think it helps to know about the Alien franchise.
And why
it
is
helps. I just think it gives some context to some things that are happening.
Didn't you say there was something else that you'll notice if you watched the other Alien movies?
What did I say?
I believe you said there was homages.
Oh, homages? Homages?
Homage.
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 I think it's homage.
It's homage.
But maybe you'll find some homages to
Homage.
to the other Alien movies.
So John, why don't you, as fast as you can, run us down everything you need to know about Prometheus?
Ready, set, go. When Prometheus came out, Ridley said that it wasn't an Alien film, or it wasn't really an Alien film, but now we know it is an Alien film, especially because it's a prequel to Alien Covenant, which is a prequel to Alien eventually. And so like A to B to C, transitive law, we all learned that in high school, we're good. Okay, so the name of the ship is Prometheus, like in Greek mythology. Do you know who Prometheus is? I'm gonna stop this speed round to test your Greek mythology.
I don't know.
Prometheus is the god that created all of like mankind, and it makes sense.
Totally.
That's essentially what you need to know about Prometheus is they go looking for who created mankind, which are in these movies, these creatures called the engineers. They're the white giant people with like the powder that you saw in all the trailers, even though there's only one of them really in the movie. They find one engineer, and then, spoiler alert, if you're this far into this explanation, you're not watching Prometheus. If you want, go watch Prometheus. They find out that these engineers created humanity. They sent a spaceship full of a virus to Earth to kill all the people. That spaceship, that virus is what was the beginning of the xenomorphs that we know today. Those are the aliens. If you don't know what a xenomorph is, we're backing up even further. So that's essentially the plot of Prometheus. Michael Fassbender plays a character, an android named David. I almost said Bob. I almost said Bill. I went through every name I knew, didn't come to David.
I love Android Bob.
Anyway, David is the only one that survives the movie, along with Noomi Rapaz's character, Elizabeth Shaw. Thank you for the assist.
You're welcome.
And they set off first, after all of this horrible stuff happened, for some reason they set off to still find the engineers' planets. That's where the movie ends. That's where the prologue, Alien Covenant prologue, the crossing picks up. Go watch Alien Covenant prologue number 1. Because there's like 8 of those prologues and a million other things on that YouTube page. But the ones you need to watch are The Crossing, because otherwise if you know what happened in Prometheus and then just go see Covenant, you're like, how did we get here? And then there's another one called The Last Supper.
Right, which explains James Franco's presence in Alien Covenant, which is a little bit bizarre.
So I mentioned that the timeline is very confusing. You think you have it mastered.
Okay, let's see. So there's the original Alien franchise that had the 4 Alien movies, and then there was supposed to be a 5th one, but it got canceled. So forget that 5th one for now. And then they made Prometheus, which we find out is a prequel, and then they made Alien Covenant, which is getting closer. We're getting closer to Alien now. And then there might be another one, either in between Alien Covenant and Alien, or an interquel between Prometheus and Alien Covenant. That was like a talk for a little while. It's like a not a sequel or a prequel.
Or a
it's
sequel and a prequel?
Well, there's a prequel, there's a sequel, but if it's in between, it's an interquel.
But the sad thing about that, all right, great, more Alien Covenants, Alien Covenant 2, or whatever ship they're going to name it after next. No more Sigourney. Essentially, kind of, right now.
Right, I mean, Ridley Scott hinted at it to us that we could see Ripley again, but it seems like...
How?
Is there a possibility of Ripley coming into any of the
You know, I'd
follow-ups?
never say never. You never
Yeah?
know. Because I've now evolved, opened up the lid, I've taken off the Pandora's box lid, and out of that, all kinds of things are happening. So the plan was to back end into Alien 1 in another film. that's never going to happen. We've got too much going on. So we'll see how it goes, how we evolve.
I'd love to see David and Ripley. I mean, that would just be
Yeah.
amazing.
Remember, Ripley's not born yet.
I know, but androids can live forever.
Yeah.
So,
And it also seems like every time Ridley Scott gives an interview, he kind of changes what he decides is going to happen next. It's like he's deciding mid-interview whether or not he wants to make a sequel or a prequel or an interquel or a spin-off or a...
You're gonna make interquel happen by the time this ends.
Interquel is a word.
But it is interesting because so Alien 5 that they were gonna plan was by Neill Blomkamp. That was a wild pronunciation I just did on that, but I'm gonna run with it. And reuniting with Sigourney for Alien 5, so more Ripley. And last year at Comic-Con, when they did the Alien 30-year reunion, they were still saying that was going to happen. Sigourney was like, script's great. We're just trying to schedule it.
Right, and then they were like, nope, canceled, not doing it. And then Ridley Scott was like, but I am doing a sequel, but it's going to be to Alien Covenant. And we start shooting it like in 14 months. That's what he said to IGN yesterday.
Well, I guess that frees up Sigourney to do Heartbreakers too.
I would love a Heartbreakers too. Let the records show.
Do you guys want our Alien review right now, or should we just talk about Heartbreakers?
Why don't we just start talking
Just
about...
start brainstorming plots for
Heartbreakers 2? I mean, what could
All right,
happen this time? Now Jennifer Love Hewitt is married and her daughter needs to seduce Jason Lee. And it works because all men are dogs. And now she's single again and she's got to go back in the con because she lost all Jason Lee's money somehow. It's tied up in equities.
I feel like on camera wise, I should be reacting in some way, but I am shook right now that you just rattled that all off the top of your head.
So that is the confusing sort of Alien verse as it stands right now. But let's
Plus an entire pitch for Heartbreakers 2.
and an entire pitch for Heartbreakers 2 for some reason. But what did you think of Alien Covenant?
All right, I am only revealing this because this feels like a safe space. Until my crash course recently in the Alien franchise, I didn't know that much. I was kind of like, is it an alien or many aliens? And where did it come from? And I now have all those answers, and I kind of don't care. Hollywood, we don't need an origin story for every single villain in the world. Just let us fight some aliens on a spaceship. That's the hill I'm dying on.
I think this movie was really enjoyable to sit through. I see why people that are so invested in it got disappointed.
It's essentially like 30 minutes of the movie Passengers and then an hour of Alien.
There is some just like bizarrely weird crap that happens.
Are we talking about the exclusively gay moment? Eat your heart out, Beauty and the Beast.
Michael Fassbender
On Michael Fassbender.
Hey! There's this really weird scene where Fassbender 1 teaches Fassbender 2 how to play a flute/recorder, and then they kiss.
And then he starts kissing everyone. People are gonna be like, what movie is this?
This is not Heartbreakers 2. This is freaking Alien Covenant.
And nothing we have said is a lie. It all happens in the movie. During this flute playing lesson, Ashley and I were clutching each other.
Like, this isn't happening. This is happening.
I want explanations from everyone.
We did ask Fassbender and Ridley Scott about it.
He loves challenges, so that's a good challenge. How do I play two characters? Even how do I fight myself? Even how do I kiss myself? I think you must do it every morning in the mirror. Okay.
Another kind of like what's going on moment was when, to me, I was like, are these astronauts just like a bunch of dumb who like walk, like they just walk off casually in like common people clothes, no protection, no breathing apparatus, and they just walk into the atmosphere. So I'm sorry, but I was hoping that everything would go wrong for them for being so stupid.
I would love to do a real quick rundown of what Ashley has done on this episode, which is nitpick a movie about killer aliens over their questionable outfits in the atmosphere. Pitched a movie or sequel to a movie that came out in 1997 and lusted after Michael Fassbender, but only kissing Michael Fassbender.
Well, listen, I'm all down for in my horror movies for people to be doing dumb stuff, and I'm like, why are you running upstairs when you should be running outside? That whole thing. But like, they went outside with no astronaut suits on.
Maybe there was a scene that they cut because it was boring as hell, like listening to this explanation about how they tested the atmosphere.
It could have been a simple line from Walter.
You just wanted like an off-screen, like 80-yard line being like, it all checks out. Alien fans,
but
I hope you got something from this episode.
But overall, I did enjoy it.
I
you
did
know,
too.
You're gonna enjoy yourself.
And we will see you next week if this does not get canceled before then, where we will talk
Heartbreakers 2.